What is up, YouTube? So if you're watching this video, you're obviously very interested in what we're about to announce. We are going to be building a Fireball Camaro and a Grey Car. I know that's their no prep competition car, and we're going to build some mini-me replicas that hopefully are raced around Michigan and Central Ohio. Power Wheels Racing has a full schedule, and who knows, these are going to be up for sale. We are going to build hopefully some of the fastest Power Wheels in the United States. And what's inspired this is, you guys remember the legendary Nightmare. So this used to have go-kart parts in it, and it would not follow in their rules. But what you can see here is we're converting it over to Power Wheels plastic tires and gearboxes again. But this one we're probably going to keep because this one is near and dear to my heart. But we're probably going to put brushless motors and make that remote control. But these two, let's talk about this. So the red car, I'm a big fan of Street Outlaws, and the red car is dominant. This thing is as close as we're going to get to a couple of the list contenders on Street Outlaws. You know, we don't have a wide range of models to choose from. So we've had this idea for years to do. My kids are too big. Now we're racing karts, but this is what we're gonna do, guys. So this is a national product Camaro, 12 volt. Love how it has a ton of seating room here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to convert this over to center steering. So we're gonna have to move the steering wheel to the center, because we're taking these, look at these things. This thing has been more than wore out. So we're gonna take the stock tire from those little bitty 4 inches or whatever they are. Here's a stock tire, and we're putting a big tire on it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I like to eyeball things and explain a lot of the tips and tricks we're gonna share. It's gearing. So the bigger the tire, the more rollout it's gonna have, right? The more top speed. So we're gonna document this whole build, and what I was saying is we have to move the seat to the center because there's not gonna be any room once we put 2 tires. And the stock gearboxes in here, they literally destroyed the whole gearbox. Not just to strip the gears, but they destroyed the gearbox. So we're gonna go over motor and gearboxes. We're swapping out to a 7 Power Wheels brand 7R gearbox, and I'm going to talk about that in future videos. But this is just an announcement of what we're going to be doing. It's going to have the big old wing, wheelie bars, the whole shebang, lights. I'm pretty excited about this, guys. So some of the things you're going to see in upcoming videos. We're going to do our famous traction mod that I know a lot of the guys out there that watched that video. I'm going to put that right above here. They're winning on it. It not only gives you perfect traction, quiet, doesn't wear out the tires, it actually increases top speed because you're adding circumference around the tire, right? More top speed. So we won't discuss that in depth. We're just gonna do it. This is a nice flat tire. We're gonna glue it on there and call it good. So gearboxes. Guys, if you don't have spares, just like in racing, you're going to be breaking stuff maybe even every run. So we're going to go over gearboxes, what ones to look for, what to do, what modifications, you know. Stay away from the old number 7 gearbox because it's got brittle material and it's thin. You can see the difference, if you can see how thin that is compared to the new 7R nylon. This one is wore out because we ran it on 24 volts before we knew about bearings. So that's wore out. We're going to talk about a lot of little tips and tricks and secrets. Yeah, motors. That's a big one. I get asked that all the time. I've been holding off. There's a break-in procedure. If you don't break it in, yeah, brand new motor. We destroyed it. It just blew out the brushes because we forgot to break it in. You live and learn. But anyways, guys, I wanted to keep this video short. I'm going to put some pictures of the cars because they are trashed. I think they were dropped off a cliff. But yeah, super excited. I'll even go through the paint process and cleaning these guys up. But anyways, guys, keep an eye out for the next CKC high-end builds. Fireball and Grey Car. All right, guys. Okay, so step one in Fireball big tire conversion is getting the wheels off and marking center lines. So we've already done that with our framing square here. We got to the center of the axle and we marked it so that we stay in the center of that wheel well. And we've got vice grips on the axle so that we can take off the axle, which is a 17 millimeter. And we're going to take this axle out and basically Sharpie where we think roughly the wheel's gonna go. And we're just going to cut out with a Sawzall and a oscillating saw and just get our big tires under there. So let's get cutting. All right, guys, so the initial surgery was successful. We basically cut out the main tubs and we're slowly trimming so that we can get our wheel moved forward, which means you just have to keep whittling away here so you can move it forward. But obviously you don't want to cut too much. So we're just getting it fit. But yeah, check it out. That looks much cooler, huh? Heck yeah. Well, we're going to keep trimming away at this a little bit so that we can get our axle center line with our wheel well. We're close. Okay, so I'm really happy with the axle center line of the wheel well. We've got it mocked up with some gearboxes, and obviously next we need to figure out the driver's seat. That's not going to work because the wheels are encroaching on the seat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the seats, and we've marked the line. We're just going to cut it on the bandsaw right in half and see what that does. That way, out of one seat, we get both cars done. And then we'll add probably a little roll bar and some 5-point harnesses to this. So, all right, let's get this cut in half. All right, we got the seat cut. Looks like it's going to work good. We got it mounted centered, and we cut off, you know, a little bit of the back. We're going to just put some aluminum sheet metal in here to brace all this. We'll just do all that stuff because we got to figure out templates, but she's coming together. I'm not sure if I'm going to work on the frame for the gearboxes or work on the steering. I'm thinking stick with the rear end, and my dilemma is I want to figure out front stance because that's going to dictate how low we go in the rear. Obviously I don't want it to be all donked or anything, but we're definitely going to lower it a little bit in the back. We're going to use these tires right here or something very similar. Probably we have some from a junior dragster that actually have bearings in them, because any little bit of rolling resistance you can remove, the faster you're going to be. But yeah, we'll do some skinny pizza cutters in the front. Yeah, I think I'm going to work on the front end so that I can figure out the rear end ride height. Alright, so we mocked up the scooter wheel on there, and I like the size of it. We'll maybe do a little bit of a drop spindle, and we'll show you guys how to do that. And looking at the gray car, or soon to be, it shouldn't be too bad to just move the steering. We'll just maybe cut that off or re-weld another one, but in the center, so that it just basically does the same thing. So I don't think that's going to be too hard. We'll just have to make some support, probably a heim joint in the dash area. But I think we're going to call this video, we're going to end this video. We're going to say that that's pretty much doing the big tire conversion. And there's going to be many other parts of doing like support and gearboxes and wiring and all that. But I think we got a good start. I think it's going to look pretty slick. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Give us the thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, because this build is going to be epic, just like Nightmare was. All right. Thanks for watching.